whoa, slow down,
Whoa.
slow down. It's
I
too
need
much.
all that.
What up, movie disciples and good people of YouTube? This is Movie Mondays. We just talk about movie news, TV show news, things that came out, other pop culture stuff, and speculate, have fun, crack some jokes, and see what we can do from there. My name is Brian, the movie Messiah, and of course, I'm joined by my co-host, my bro, G. I got a theory about Spider-Man 3 because all this news that's come out so far with Spider-Man, right? Like we've heard, Jane Fox let it leak. Then he coming back for Spider-Man. And he had to delete the post. He's gonna come back as Electro, but I'm not gonna be blue. So I was like, wait. And all of a sudden, news broke last week, or was it late last week that Doc Ock was coming back, and I was like, okay. And then a few days ago, there's rumors that Daredevil is gonna be in the movie from the Netflix series. So it's like, whoa. Slow down. It's too
I need
much.
all that.
Before I get into my speculation theory, how do you feel about even hearing about all this news?
Man, I already told you. I said on Christmas, I'm gonna binge watch season 1 Daredevil.
True,
he is the man. That was such a good series. Timing was good. Everything, like, it made Iron Fist and its just be like, okay, I just want to see Daredevil, like, or Luke Cage, or even Jessica. Like, I was like, all right, cool. It was so good for me. It literally kept me excited for the rest of the series. That's how good it was. Before I even got another season of Daredevil, I was like, okay, I'm here. But man, it's not only just Doc Ock, it's like old school Doc Ock, right? So it's just, since it's a rumor, we really don't know, right?
Yeah. I think it's the same thing as Jane Fox. Like, it's either one, two things. I think it's either gonna be, Tom Holland's, like, his world's Doc Ock, or they're gonna bring him in from Peter's worlds. But I think it's gonna be the former, what I just said. Like, it's gonna be like Tom Holland's own Doc Ock. They just use the same actor. So, all right. So since you just asked, all right, here's my speculation, and especially with this Daredevil news come out, right? So, spoiler alert: if you haven't seen Spider-Man Far From Home, get to it. I don't know what you were doing, like, but it's spoiler alert. Spider-Man's riding around Mary Jane. All of a sudden, he takes off, and then he's like, breaking news. J. Jonah Jameson drops a thing. He was like, yeah, Spider-Man is Peter Parker. He's like, what the fuck? Like, freaks out, and it's like, oh no, like, the word just got out that Spider-Man is Peter Parker. What's happening? So I think he's gonna be on the run, and he's gonna go on trial or some crazy stuff somehow. And that's
New York.
Yeah. So that's how Matt Murdock comes in, and he's like, hold up, like, don't say anything else. I'm representing you. So he's gonna be like his lawyer, and it's gonna represent Peter, like, on trial. So I feel good about that part, right? So I'm still nervous about everything else that's going on. I'm like, just jam too much in, because it's cool. So each Spider-Man movie keeps getting bigger and better, because that's what's happening in movies. But got a lot going on. So I think if they're smart about this, I think what's gonna happen is that they're building on Sinister Six. So we're gonna see, Jane Fox Electro come in, and then we're gonna see Doc Ock's Electro come in. But somehow the tear in the world where Wanda does from WandaVision into Doctor Strange, we're gonna get Andrew Garfield Spider-Man come in. We're gonna see Tobey Maguire's come in, Peter Parker come in, and then while he's on trial, they'd be like, no, I'm Peter Parker. And like, he was like, wait, which one's Spider-Man? They're gonna do the whole little pointing at each other thing like that. That's gonna be funny. They're definitely gonna throw that. Yeah, that's gonna come. That meme's gonna come in. But at the same time, they're gonna be like, no, I'm Spider-Man. I'm like, how's he Spider-Man? I'm out there saving the world. Pretty much, like, they're gonna do what they did on Arrow, where it's like, wait, if Peter Parker's on trial, who's out there kicking butt, saving the world? So I think that's one thing that's gonna happen. But also, Tobey's Spider-Man is gonna see Doc Ock, and he's like, no, I know this dude, but he doesn't look the same. He's not dressed the same. He's trying to fight him and trying to take him down. And then pretty much they're gonna team up to fight the Sinister Six. So they're gonna come in. He's like, all right, I know how to handle Doc Ock because I fought him, in my world. And then same thing with Andrew's like, I know how to fight Electro because I fought him, in my world. So they're gonna team up,
Mm-hmm.
and so we're gonna have Doc Ock, Electro, Vulture, Scorpion.
Mm-hmm.
Who else am I missing?
And that was
Mysterio.
another end credit scene. If
Yeah,
you haven't seen that.
yeah, Mysterio's gonna come in, and
Mm-hmm.
who's the first? His first, I said Vulture already, right?
You did, yeah. That was six, wasn't it?
No, I said so. We got Vulture, Scorpion, Electro, Mysterio, Doc Ock. We're missing one. I'm like, we need one more villain for to complete the Sinister Six. Will they bring in Venom to be that bonus bad guy, or will it be Morbius since they're making a Morbius movie?
What? I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So I think so. If they do this right, though, I think it's gonna be a two-part movie because I feel like you put everybody in that movie, it's gonna be too jam-packed, right? So I think that
Right.
that's gonna be like the end credit scene or like the end of it is like, yo, we got to bring on a whole nother movie where they got to fight them and try to figure out how to stop the whole Sinister Six. So they're gonna be smart enough and it's like, yo, let's team up and defeat
Mm-hmm.
this Spider-Man. And then the other two, like, we got to come all together. All three Spider-Man come together and kick ass. And then,
Mm-hmm.
some end credit scene, the next movie where Miles Morales comes in. But that's my speculation. I think it's like
Right.
Daredevil's gonna be his lawyer. The other Spider-Man are gonna fool them and show them like, no, that Peter Parker is just a regular kid. There's actually other Spider-Man out there kicking ass, saving the world, and in New
Mm-hmm.
York. But then they're gonna team up to fight the Sinister Six. Either at the end of the movie they try to jam this in, or if they're smart, they'll do it for a whole new movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I think I think the title would be Spider-Man, either Homeworld or Home Run.
Mm-hmm.
So what you think
Yeah.
about everything I just threw at you right there?
I My brain is still stuck on Morbius. Like I completely
Forgot about that,
forgot.
right?
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, we thought the movie was gonna be extra regular because we was
Yep.
like, okay, whatever. Like,
Like
but it sounds like some DC like let's jam everybody together before we get a movie or like what or who we know the characters are. You know what I mean? Like we got
mm,
a whole Justice League before we was like, who is
like
this Flash guy?
yeah, like slow down. But I mean, I guess the good thing
Yeah.
is like we know the other Spider-Man, right? And we know the villains from the other Spider-Man movie.
Mm-hmm.
So like that can work. Oh, Mike, they could throw the Lizard in from the first Amazing Spider-Man because I don't think they're going to put in Green Goblin just yet. I feel like if they do Green Goblin, they're going to do that for like a whole new series. Like I don't think they're ready to put in Green Goblin just yet.
You think we got Green Goblin a little too early on the other Spider-Man? Or you think
No,
it was good for their own movie
yeah,
since
no,
he was like
it was good
okay.
for Tobey Spider Man. Like we needed that
Mm-hmm.
because we know that like that's his main dude. Like it's between him and
Mm-hmm.
Doctor Octopus. So it was like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, cool. Like they got Green Goblin out the way. So I think if they sign like a new deal with Tom, I believe that that they're waiting. Was like, we're gonna bring Green Goblin in at the end and like slap you in the
Mm-hmm.
face like, yo, we got like a big bad like that's running around. And then some old other shenanigans come through with it. That sixth villain is like up in the air in my head because like I said, we named five, so it's either gonna be Lizard. I don't think we're gonna see Rhino. It's gonna be either the Lizard or maybe Venom, some weird stuff. Because I
Mm-hmm.
got a feeling like they're doing all this, they're definitely gonna put him in some end credit scene in Venom 2, aka Venom Let There Be Carnage.
Right.
And
Right.
even
Right.
and somehow and more like it's so much going on with Spider
Yeah.
Man now. I'm like,
When
I
you
was
said
like,
Carnage, I was like, yeah.
yeah, I'm right. I'm like I said, it's Venom 2, Morbius. I'm like, oh man, bro. Like I'm excited, but at the same time, like my heart can't take this too much.
Yeah. When are we gonna do all this? Like when?
Like they're shooting Spider Man right now at the crib in Atlanta. So it's like,
Mm,
all right, y'all. I guess.
yeah.
Um, so that's my speculation about that. Like I said earlier, they slapped HBO Max in the face